I think I'm here. Happy Tuesday. It's Wendy Lee, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and I'm excited that you are joining me today. Let's make sure I'm actually on Facebook. Maybe. I think I might be. Good. Give a moment for people to pop on in. Hopefully this is showing up in your news feeds now. I hope. Yeah, is everybody having a good start to their week? Yeah, it's beautiful weather here. I'm excited about that. Always good. Oh, hey, Kathy. So glad you're here. Oh, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that, guys. Hey, Kay. Happy Tuesday. Good. Love it. Love it. Perfect. All right. So what are we going to do today? We are going to make a really, well, I think it's cute, masculine card featuring the well-suited dies. So I pulled in, or suit and tie dies, I guess is what it is. I actually pulled in some of the paper from the well-suited suite, but I didn't pull in the stamp set, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is the cool card that we're going to make today. Hopefully I'm in camera. Let me switch my view here. Yes, I'm in camera. Yay. So, and of course I wore black and I'm doing a black card. Isn't that always how it works? So this is a really cool, and hopefully once we switch over and I get you under the camera, you'll be able to see the details really well. So we've got a little tuxedo shirt on there. And then on the inside, you open it up, it's got his little suspenders and wishing you every happiness this special day will bring. So this would be a great wedding card. I think you could use this for an anniversary. I think you could stretch it, maybe even do like a prom type situation, kind of fun. But I don't know if you've played with this, this die set yet, but you can do a lot of really cool things. So I am going to go ahead and switch our camera over. Hopefully I can get it done. There we go. All right, hopefully we are good. Let me slide on over to that and make sure I can see the comments on my other computer, right? Because that's important in case you guys have questions or comments that you want to ask me. All right, I think I got us. Oh, you've been on the fence about this bundle? I really like it. Hey, Gwen, so glad you're here as well. So Kathy, it's one of those things that it took me some time to play with, and I've seen so many cute things that aren't just aren't just the suit jacket, right? I've seen them really turn some things into like a feminine version as well. I've not gone down that path because I feel like we've got so many options for the ladies, right? So I didn't feel like I needed to stretch this one into that. Hey, Mary, so glad you're here. But you totally could. So depending on what you wanted to do with it. But this is the bundle, the handsomely suited stamp set, and then the suit and tie dies. So like I said, I chose not to use the stamp set for this particular project. I pulled in, and I don't think I grabbed the set. It's the Peaceful Moments stamp set. Let's see if I've got it on the other side of the room, probably. Isn't that always how it works? Nope, not over here either. Okay, so that means I have it pulled. So the reason I have it pulled is because we are doing a super cool graduation card at this month's Forget Me Not Club, using these dies as well. And I use that stamp set as well. So I'm not going to show you a sneak peek of that card, but it's awesome. We're actually featuring all masculine cards in this month's class. So lots of fun different stamp sets and dies and such that we will be using. So if you need masculine ideas and you're not a club member yet, you might consider joining my club. There's over 650 tutorials out there that you have access to. It's just a matter of which ones do you want to do first, right? Hey, Jean, so glad you're here. Hey, Tammy, glad you guys could jump on in. So let's go ahead and get started with this. I just realized I also did not grab my scoring tool. So let me go grab my scoring tool and then we'll jump in because I need that. Okay. Let's get started, right? Some paper crafting fun. We'll move this out of the way. So this is the last week of April, right? Can you believe it? It's going so fast. But that also means it's the last week that you can take advantage of my awesome April specials. So in April, if you didn't already know, for every $25 that you spend with me before shipping and tax, you get to choose an item out of my retired stash. So I've got a listing of things out on my website. And if you need a link, I can definitely share that with you as well if you're interested. So lots of things have found new happy homes, but there's still quite a few things left. So one more week. All right, 4 1/4 by 11 basic black card base is what I'm going to start off with. Jean, definitely worth joining the club. Yes, you've been a long-standing club member, and I love that you're still with me. I hope you enjoy every project that we do. We do fun folds, we do techniques, we do just some cool cards. So there's always something different, and hopefully people learn things or revisit something they haven't done in a while. Okay, so I'm starting with a basic black card base. Now, hopefully, I don't know if you can see this well. My light might be a little too bright, but on that shirt, can you see the detail on that shirt? So it's like a tuxedo where it's got the little ribbed, we're not actually folding it, but we're going to make it look like it's that pleated shirt. And then you've got this placket down the front. All right. So let me slide that out of the way. I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. So I'm pulling in the Simply Scored. You could do this on a paper trimmer as well, but I just found it's a little easier to go ahead and just bring in my scoring tool. So I've got a piece of white that is 2 3/4 by 5. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to score it in a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch on each side. So let me go ahead and mark that with these markers. So 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch. So I'm going to do that on this side, and then I'm going to rotate it and do it on the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, 1/2 inch. I'm going to push a little hard. I don't want to go too crazy because I don't want it to tear the paper, but I do want a nice deep score here. So I'm going to go over it just a couple of times because I want that to show really well. All right, so now I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to repeat this on the other side again. 1/2 inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. One more. Great. So, and then I'm going to flip it over. So you can decide which side you want to use. Do you want the side where the ribs are raised, or do you want the side with the indention? So I wanted you to see that you have a choice there in which way you want it to display. Oh, Jean, your home is happier with my stash. Yay, I'm glad. I've had some really good items that people have snagged up this time so far. All right, so the next thing I want to do here is I'm going to go ahead and build my shirt. So let me pull this in. I've cut a lot of the pieces, but kind of show you what things are here. So I've got a collar. So I cut this. Let's see. I got that. I cut that with that die right there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this right on our shirt here up at the top. Okay. So I'm going to use some dimensional dots for that. Let me see if I got those. Hey, Elaine, so glad you're here as well. Oh, you like my Paper Pumpkin Club too? Oh, good. See, Jean's a big fan. I love it. I'm glad that you're with us. You're recent to Paper Pumpkin as well. And we had a great tutorial bundle this last month. We had 16 projects. So much fun. So if you're newer to paper crafting, or you're looking for some quick, a little more fast, easy type paper crafting, Paper Pumpkin is a great place to be. And we do a tutorial bundle every month so that you have lots of great ideas to alternate ideas to create your projects. All right, so I've got that. And I put my dimensionals up here because I wanted to leave myself a little bit of space here, because next I want to go ahead and cut the placket that goes down the front. So this is the piece here. It's this long stitched. And so I just used a shorter piece, right? So I think this was a 3/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch length of white. And so I die cut it with this, and I'm just going to slide that right there and place that in the center of my shirt. And we're going to adhere that down with some liquid glue. I hope you can see the detail, that my light isn't too crazy. So Elaine, are you getting outside today and enjoying this weather? It's beautiful here. Sat outside with my dog for a little bit earlier today, just kind of hanging out. All right, so I had a little liquid adhesive. I'm just going to slide this right in here and adhere that down. Now, could you pop that up? Sure you could. You definitely could, but I wanted to go ahead and leave that flat because I'm going to get a little crazy with my other layers in just a moment. All right, so I'm going to put that away. So next, what I want to do, I'm going to keep these dies so you can see them. I brought in a piece of, I believe it was 4 inches by 5 1/4. So this 4 by 5 1/4. And then I took this die right here and laid this down. And I found that you need these ends to hang off just a bit if you're going to layer this piece on top as well. If I had this come down a little bit further, I had a hard time covering the very bottom of this V, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So you've got this, you can use this for something else. Wouldn't that be a fun triangle? You could put some geometric shapes together, do them in different colors, or it's a scrap you can use for something else. But I don't need that piece, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Put this die back in here. So this creates the V or the front of my suit jacket right there. Cute, right? So we can adhere this right on here. Just center that on there and adhere that to the back. Now this I am gonna pop up. So what I'm gonna do is add some dimensionals, and I'm gonna use black ones if I've got them here. And I am gonna go ahead and put one right here at that very bottom since I'm not putting the long tie on there. If I was doing the long tie, I would need to leave that open, but I'm just gonna put some, I might be a little excessive here, it's okay. Ta-da. So this is going to grab that white piece, but I'm also going to adhere this to the card front popped up. So I'm going to be excessive, like a little crazy excessive with my dimensionals here. I don't think there's a problem with that personally. There's 300 in a pack, so I might as well use them all, right? They make more. Okay, so I got lots going on with all these crazy dimensionals. I'm going to remove just my inside ones here. Let's see if that works first. I can always pull those other backing papers off as need be. But let's start here. All right. So I am going to, and I got to turn this to the side so I can see it. I'm just going to try to center this best that I can over my shirt here. Might be easier to do it the other way, but there we go. I did better this time. Yay. All right. Somewhat centered and straight. All right. So that's my jacket on there. And I did all right. I've left these outer ones that I didn't get the dimensionals on, but I used all the inside part. Okay. So now I want to cut my suit jacket lapel. So I did that already. So there's a black piece there. Now, I put mine down flat on the original card. I just used some liquid adhesive and laid this down and adhered it in place. If you wanted to pop it up a little bit, you could do that. It's such a narrow, skinny piece that I just felt like it was fine just down with liquid adhesive. But it's up to you on what you want to do. I think both is fabulous. Now, if you wanted a little more dimension, you know, because it kind of, on the original card, they kind of blend together. So you don't notice it unless you're like really you have the card in hand. It's hard to photograph, but you could sponge the edges to give it a little more depth of color and separation between the different layers, or add some texture to one. That might be nice too. I decided to leave it pretty straightforward and simple. Cute, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, the next thing I want to do, he needs a bow tie, right? So we're gonna put a bow tie right here on his shirt front here, and that was cut with this one. Okay, so we've got 2 different bow ties. We've got one that's a little wider, but I thought since this was a formal occasion, not a casual occasion, that we needed the skinny bow tie. So silly, right? All right, so we can either put this flat and do it on the collar, or we can pop it up and have it stick out even more, right? Or we can do just the center. I'm going to pop it up and have it stick up even more because that's who I am, right? You guys know this. Elaine, it looks like a banner. Oh yeah, the little cutout piece. Are you referring to this one? Yeah, you could totally make a banner with that. That's a great idea. Love it. All right, if I can get the backing off of these, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I pulled in some of the mini ones. You could use the white ones too. You don't have to use the black ones, but that's what I chose to do. All right, so now my tie has popped up a little bit. It's got a little bit of dimension there. All right, next, what do we want to pull in? So then for my little pocket here, I cut that little piece out with this one right here, okay? And then for my handkerchief, I had a 3/4 by 3/4 inch square that I cut in half diagonally. So I'm able to get 2 handkerchiefs from one piece. Cute, I love it. All right, so let's get a little liquid glue going here. And we'll go ahead and put these down. That might be excessive, but we'll see. So this Paisley paper, I love this Paisley print. So this is from that Well-Suited Designer Series paper pack with all those great masculine prints. And that's from our mini catalog, which is available through the end of June. Of course, all those designer papers are going to end up retiring, we know. So you want to stock up on them while you can. So cute, right? Little lapel pocket. So now we're ready to go ahead and put this right on our card front. So I can take off those dimensionals that I've got and just pop this right down. Now, if you're worried about this not being adhered in place, just add a little bit of liquid glue. That'll secure it. You don't have to do that, but it's already popped up, right? So I'll just keep it flat on our card. Oh, good, you're liking it, Elaine? I'm glad. It's kind of fun to build it. It's a little like paper dolls, I guess you could say, because you got all your different builder pieces that you're creating. Make sure my bottom is the opening so that I don't put it together upside down. I'm sure I'm not the only one that ever does that, right? Cute, 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 cute. All right. Now I've got to go grab my pearls because I forgot to grab those. We'll grab those. At least I think I did. Let's see if I've got them stashed under here and I don't know it. Sometimes I am a little more prepared than I think I am. No, that would have been too fun. All right, I'll come back and finish that at the end. Let's go ahead and do the inside of the card next. So now I've got my piece of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4, simple, basic, no problems. 2 strips, 1/2 inch strips of the Designer Series paper, because those are going to make my suspenders. And then we've got these cute little dies here that you can use to create your little hardware pieces. So this slides up and down, right? And then you need to be able to adjust your suspender length, right? So I cut a couple more of those little pockets and we're going to adhere those and then just clip off the excess that we don't need. So that way you can adjust your suspenders so they're not too short or too long, right? Yeah, cute, right? I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, so the key here I found, I could stamp my sentiment first and then put my suspenders down, or I can put the suspenders down and stamp my sentiment after. You just need to make sure that you leave yourself enough space to stamp your sentiment, right? So I'm going to leave that open so that I don't get too crazy because I need to build my suspenders first. So let's slide that over a little bit. Let's go ahead and adhere all these little parts and pieces on. Now you could add some dimension to these as well, but since it's on the inside of the card, I'd kind of recommend leaving it flat. But again, that's up to you. It's whatever you want to do with it. There's times I do pop stuff up on the inside if I need to. You know, we do it on easel cards all the time because you need a stopper, right? So I can get that somewhat straight. All right. Good deal. One more. It's so cute. Now, if you wanted these, you know, all these little details, so the die does that little embossed, hopefully you guys can see that edge in there. If you wanted that a little more defined, you could always run a sponge over the top of it with some ink, just to give it a little bit more oomph, right? right, a little bit of adhesive in the middle. Oh, good, Kay, this is helpful. I'm glad. You could do so much with this. I mean, I did the obvious jacket, right? Suit jacket for this first card, but we're going to do a graduation. I think I mentioned that for our Forget Me Not Club this month using the dies. And, but you know, you could make a V-neck sweater or you know, you could slide that V up higher. All right. So I've got those on. I'm just going to clip away this excess that I don't need. It's sticking out beyond the width of my suspender. I probably could have got both of them out of one piece, but I didn't want to have to fight it. So I just did 2 pieces. It's scraps of paper that we're cutting it from anyway, right? All right, there's that one. And let's get this other side off. Things are sticking to my scissors. That liquid glue makes me crazy. All right, so when I go to adhere this down, I want to make sure I am wide enough that I have room for my sentiment. So I'm gonna come out closer to the sides, I think. So we'll just adhere these down. You could use your Stampin' Seal. I'm just gonna use a little bit of liquid adhesive. Looks like I cut my strips a little wonky here. They're not quite a 1/2 inch all the way down. Looks like I got a little crazy and they're narrow at the top and wider at the bottom. But that's okay. Turn this so I can get a hold of it. Great. All right, that one's down. Match the other side. Do that again. Awesome. Little bits. I got little bits hanging out. All right, now I'm going to stamp my sentiment. Now, the sad thing is that if I drop my sentiment, or if I misstamp, flipping this over is not going to be as easy as it could have been, right? I probably should have stamped first, but that's all right. We're going to go with it and hope that we're somewhat straight and centered. Yay! We got lucky. Or just maybe we're really that skilled. Maybe. Oh, sorry, Jean, I'm reading your comment. With your love of popping up, have you considered a side gig popping up cakes? Yes, that would be funny. And lots of pieces, yes. So you just start cutting out your pieces and playing with what you can do with them, because they don't have to be necessarily what they might have been intended to be, right? Like, I don't know if they intended us to do that, but I thought it looked cute. So I think you make the best of it, of what you see. What vision do you see? And sometimes just cutting out the shapes and playing with them, let your mind go and give you all kinds of fun, creative things. All right, so I just adhered that down with my Stampin' Seal. So now that's all complete on the inside. So yeah, I'd love to see what other people come up with something like here. So it's kind of funny because in some ways I look at this and I'm like, how this could somehow be a camera, right? Or the side of a pencil sharpener. I don't know. It's a little strange, I guess. But yeah, you've got so many great pieces. You've got, these are little buttons. So you could die cut your buttons. I'm not sure what this piece is intended for. Maybe it's to pop up the center. I bet it's to pop up the center of that bow tie. But it's just a little baby oval. It's super cute, right? And you've got the, what I'm going to call the more casual stitched pocket, right? So you make a little plaid shirt or something might be fun. This piece here is intended to go at the top of this tie as a knot. I see the Superman logo kind of in here too. I don't know where you could go with that one. But yeah, you know, like this V right here, where I cut it way down here, you could lift this up much higher and make, you know, like a little sweater or something, texture it, don't add the lapel. So yeah, so you just got to play with the pieces and kind of see what you can do with them. I saw where someone did like a V-back, like a wedding dress, right? And then did buttons down here and a bow. It was super cute, really pretty. Let me go grab those pearls and let's finish this off. You've got a silly question. Does cardstock have to be right and or wrong side? If it does, how do you tell the difference? You know, I don't think there's a right and wrong to our cardstock. And I know that some people feel that when you score something and you put that score line indentation, that now there's a right and wrong way to fold it. And that may be true. I personally have found that I don't have an issue with that. So I guess we have some cardstocks that could have a front and back to them, but our regular cardstock, in my opinion, does not have a front and back to it. It's dyed all the way through, which is one of the things I love about our cardstock. So you really can use whichever side makes you happy. Does that help? I don't know if that really helps. Oh yeah, the doctor scrubs, yes. And a Mother's Day card. Yeah, see, you can do all kinds of crazy things. Yeah, it would be kind of fun, Kathy, if Stampin' Up! Gave us a diagram of what all the pieces are for. But the thing is that then they might stifle our imagination, right? So if you're playing with these, you know, I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to add some pearls. And these are actually a little smaller than the ones I put on the original. So you have to tell me which ones you like better. You could use the matte black dots as well. Right? Wouldn't those be fun? You could color these any color you wanted to. You know, and I've left my colors pretty neutral, but you know, you could do all kinds of crazy fun things with this. And I'm just eyeballing. If that makes you crazy, get a ruler out, measure it, and put them all together. Yay. Cute, right? All right, so let me show you both of them next to each other. Whoa. So this is the one I just did with the smaller buttons or the larger button. I kind of like the larger ones, right? I don't know. They're both cute. Very fun. You could add some color. Oh yeah, a camouflage soldier's uniform. I've seen that. You had pumpkin pie and it looked like right. It looked wrong and right when I scored. Interesting. I don't know. You might have gotten maybe some paper that had a problem. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. And I, you know, like I said, I know some people feel like when you score that there's a right and wrong way to fold it. And I've not had issues with that, but I know that some people feel that there is a right and wrong to that as well. So you just have to play with it and see what works best for you. And I think there's some variation with the lots and color that could cause some issues or potential problems there as well. So, all right. So I love designer paper. I hope you guys love designer paper, and just having that little splash in here is nice. This paper pack has a gray like pinstripe, so you can make a pinstripe suit as well. That's kind of fun. Like I said, we're doing a graduation card for our Forget-Me-Not Club, so that's fun too. But I love pulling in the little bit of splash of designer paper and love the little suspenders on the inside. I think that's fun to bring this all together. You could complete it by adding some of the designer paper to the flap of your envelope, making it an even extra special, more extra special card that way as well. So if you love designer series paper, we have a new annual catalog coming out May 4th, and I am doing the paper and ribbon share again. So if you'd like to get in on that, I'll have the link in the description. This new way of Facebook, going from my Zoom to Facebook, it doesn't allow me to put everything in before I do the video. I can put part of the information. It limits the number of characters. But after the video, I'll go in and give you guys the complete supply list with your cut dimensions. So if you need to order any supplies, you will know exactly what you need, and then all your cut dimensions so that you can recreate this on your own at home. Perfect. Good. Oh, so Elaine, it was frayed when you scored it. So you might have, you know, it's hard to know without sitting there with you and looking at it with you, but maybe it was too much pressure when you scored it, right? So sometimes if you push too hard, it'll break through the fibers to the other side. So that could be it. I don't know if you used the scoring tool, like we've got, you know, like this little scoring end, like we've got that comes with the Simply Scored, or if you used your trimmer and did it that way. So there's lots of different things that could play in that. Jean, yes, it does make a difference if you're scoring with or against the paper grain. So yeah, so Jean, let me make sure I'm understanding. So I chose to fold this card this way, right? And so my score line is this way, or my fold line is this way. There is a big difference in folding this without it being scored versus if I had my card open like this, right? So let me pull in another card. So this is going to be posted later this week. This was a paper pumpkin. Oh, nope. It's got the same orientation. Well, poo. Let me pull in another card. Okay, so here's one of my team. Here's a card on my desk that one of my team members designed. So Jennifer Hamlin created this one, but this one opens this way. So when I cut my cardstock in half, so that I've got my 5.5 by 8.5, when I fold this in half, I don't usually have any issues, right? But if I'm cutting this 4.25 by 11 and fold it in half, it's hard to get a good crease here without pre-scoring it. And it's, I think the fibers fight each other. Is that what you were talking about, Jean? A little bit? Oh, good. You like the card? You use the tool as well, Elaine. Well, Elaine, sometime you need to come over and we'll hang out and we'll look at it and see what we can figure out together and see what kind of problems are happening for you and get you straightened out. So give me a call, right? I think you're local to me. You're in North Carolina, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Good. All right. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you enjoyed this project today, and we'll give these a try if you've not already. Masculine cards are always a little more of a challenge to come up with because we like pretty flowers and cute animals and stuff like that. So sometimes it's a little more difficult to do a card that's appropriate for the guys. So I'm going to try to do quite a few of them this month, if at all possible. Yeah, Thomasville. I thought you were not too far from me. So we'll have to get together sometime, my friend. But anyway, I hope this was helpful. If you enjoy these crafting times, please share them with your crafty friends. And if you're watching on replay, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, all right. Thank you guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous week. And I will see you next Tuesday for a little more paper crafting fun. All right. Bye for now.